Today we're at Hardiston Farm, just west of Cleash. We're a kind of mixed farm. We've got some beef, some sheep, a small amount of arable. We farm about 250 acres in total. There's another 50 acres of hill on top of that. And we also have a small area of the land in free-range pigs. The breeds of pigs that we keep, we have saddleback and Tamworths are our main ones. Saddlebacks are tremendous mothers, produce good sized litters and are really hardy. The Tamworths, equally as hardy, kind of a slightly longer pig, but they can be trickier to keep in, so how much longer we'll be keeping them, I'm not sure. We've currently got one large black sow that we're trialling at the moment, so whether that'll be the direction we head in, I'm not sure. Our brand name that everything's sold under is Rootin and Roamin, and that kind of came up after kind of a couple of nights of brainstorming, not wanting to be the generic Ian's Pigs or Ian's Pork products. We wanted to come up with something a little bit different that you would remember. And we kind of thought, what do pigs do? What do our pigs do? They like to root, they like to make a mess, and they like to roam about. So the main reason we've kind of got the pigs in this different enterprise is that, like many family farms, if we're still a relatively small farm, is that there probably wouldn't be enough money to employ me, realistically. So the thing with the pigs is that they take up a relatively small amount of space, but actually have a decent turnover for the space that they use. So on the farm we aim for the sows to have piglets twice a year if possible. Sometimes it's just under that, because we wean our piglets quite a bit later than a standard commercial system. So we wean the piglets at 8 weeks. Slightly more natural. In fact, by this kind of time they generally self-wean, so by the time you move the sow there's no stress and the piglets are fine with it. Also, it doesn't give us any problems with mastitis in the sows once they're dried off. From there, the piglets take about 10 months to fatten. Depends what kind of our target slaughter weight is. We generally grow our pigs to baconers, which is kind of 100 kilos live weight, 80 kilos dead weight. Since we started doing the hog roasts, we are looking for pigs slightly smaller, kind of starting at maybe 60 kilos dead weight, so they are slightly younger. But overall, they're really slow growing. That we don't rush them, especially with the rare breeds. If you feed them too much, they tend to just put down fat. You've very much got to control their diet throughout their life. So we're very lucky here in the farm to be able to control basically the entire process of the pigs. So we actually grow all of the barley that they consume. We only have to buy in a little bit of protein. Obviously it's all our own land the pigs are kept on, all our own grass, and we use them to plough up the fields and obviously breed them all and rear them. We don't just buy in weaners, we breed them all as well. We've got control of that, and then yeah, we butcher them as well, so we've got full and sell it, so we've got the full circle, which is excellent for farm to fork and traceability. So currently the business, we attend quite a few farmers markets, where we have usually got full selection of fresh pork and cured pork as well. This is all actually butchered ourselves. We've got a small butcher unit which we just got approved March of this year. The more we can do ourselves, the more kind of margin we have, and more control we've got as well. If customers ask us for certain cuts or products to a certain specification, it's easier for us to offer this. Alongside this, we've just started doing hog roasts as another outlet for our pigs. We don't currently have any wholesale, so every pig that is born and reared on the farm either goes to a farmer's market or hog roast. A big part of our business is being able to tell the full story of where to the end customer, whether that be a hog roast for a private event or a customer at a farmer's market, being able to tell them exactly where the pig was born, how it's been raised, and everything that's gone into it. Customers are always very interested about the pigs and what kind of life that they've had, and really appreciate the way that we try to rear them. And also for using the rare breeds, the pork's also of really good quality. That's one thing rare breed pigs are renowned for, is excellent quality pork. So the two play hand in hand. So in April of this year, we decided that we'd like to put a small farm shop on the farm to give customers the option to come along and get our product whenever suits them. And before that we were offering delivery runs, but this was infrequent due to the time we had available. So we thought, well, if we open a little farm honesty shop, people can come along as they please. At the moment, we've just got a couple of display freezers, which people can come along, have a look through, and pick what they like whenever they like. We're also going to have a fresh fridge, which will then give our customers the opportunity to come along and get the first pick, all our fresh stock we have available that week before it goes to the markets. And we may expand it further in the future. Not sure, we'll see how it goes. Going forward in the future, I definitely think we're going to be expanding the outdoor catering side of the business. It's something we've only started this year, but the hog roasts are going down really well. And the rare breed pigs tend to have a little bit more kind of fat coverage on them. And this just really plays well to the hog roasts because the meat doesn't dry out over time. And customers are really picking up on that, and it's the best hog roast we've had. We constantly get comments like that. So that's where we're looking to go, I reckon. One thing really enjoy about the business is that we get to speak direct to the customers. And that's something I always want to do, is that if you go to a farmer's market, you're going to see myself or a member of the family, or if you're at a hog roast, it'll be myself serving it. So it is kind of a personalised service. It's not just some employees that could change every time. I think that's something that's very important, because it means we've got the connection with the customers and we can get feedback and act on it far quicker. So you join our 3 permanent pens on the farm. All these permanent pens are predominantly dry sow pens, so this is where the sows go once they've been weaned off their piglets to get back and pig to the boar. We've got a mixture of breeds here, saddleback, and we've got one saddleback cross Gloucester Old Spot, and we've got the star of the show, Donald, our Tamworth boar. He's the most famous pig on the farm. Everyone that visits always loves him because he's big and orange. And we actually got him at a pig sale in Lanark for £14 when he was tiny, because we felt sorry for him. And now he's about 350 kilos and the biggest pig we have on the farm. Pigs predominantly stay here until they're maybe a week away from farrowing, where we move them to one of our farrowing units, either out in the field, or we've got an indoor farrowing unit for the winter when it's slightly colder and more miserable. Anyone that wants to learn more about what we do, feel free to head over to our Facebook page or visit our website, where you can learn more about how we keep the pigs and what we do here on the farm.